Hey y'all. I know I've been gone a bit. I'll give you guys a few minutes to step on in the room and see what Miss Monica's been doing the last couple of weeks. It's been rough, y'all. It has definitely been rough. Can you guys hear me okay before I get started? Let's see who's in here. Hello, Denise. Welcome, my love. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Iris exposing. Hi, sweetheart. Michelle. Hi, sweetheart. And thank you for your message that you left me the other day saying, "Where you at, Miss Monica?" I've been it's been rough, y'all. Um, I kind of want to share with you what's been going on here with me. I'd love to hear what's been going on with you, especially this last few weeks, to see if there's any similarities with what we're experiencing as awakening ones. Um, yeah, there is definitely spiritual warfare going on. And it's not the spiritual warfare in the religious sense. Um, Let me see. Love all, love all. Thank you, darling. Hey, yes, can see you. Awesome. Thank you, love all. I appreciate that. Um, but spiritual warfare, is it happening? You betcha it is. And let me just share with you what's been happening. And this is just some of the things that's been happening to give you an idea of the cabal and the kabad, these dueling powers, that 1%, the elite. And they're not only fighting against each other, but they're fighting us as well. And what are they fighting us about? What is it that they're fighting us about? They're scared poopless because we're waking up. We're waking up. And once you wake up, this mass consciousness, there's no holding us back. So they're doing by any means necessary to keep us in fear, in guilt, in chaos, in effort to keep us under control. So let me just, I had to write them down. Look at my list. I had to write some of the things down. Okay. Now I was having difficulties before the accident when I crashed into the tree, but I was still able to work through it. I was still doing my daily meditations. I was still actually wanting to meditate, because when I first started doing meditation, it was kind of like, okay, when is this thing going to be over? I have to be alone with my thoughts, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But the more I meditated, the more effort I put into it, the more practice I did, I found myself wanting to meditate, needing to meditate, feeling at peace when I meditate, that going within. Anyway, so things started happening, and I didn't pick it up immediately. The first major thing that happened out of the blue was the car crash. Never had an episode like that before to where I felt faint. Not so much to where I crashed into a tree. And then I'm just about finished paying the car off. I think I have maybe right at 1,000, a little less than 1,000 left to pay on the car. And I'd already paid quite a bit of money on the car. So I was excited, I was getting close to the payoff date. And then when I had the accident, I'm like, well, crap, I just lost my car. But then I remembered the insurance. So I was excited because I should have been getting a little over $4,000, a little over $4,000 back because of all the money I put into the car. Well, the co-owner of the car decided that this person was going to withhold close to $3,000 off the top of the car, just in case her insurance premiums go up. And there's the UPS man. But anyway, it turns out that wasn't the case at all. She shouldn't have withheld the money and da 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 da. So she cashed the check, and I'm stuck holding an empty bag. So what I decided to do is I'm co-owner of the car. So I refused to sign the title over to the salvage company. So that's still in limbo. So that's some unfinished business there. Then I allowed another person to come onto my homestead in efforts that this would be a good fit for our community. The last 1, 2, 3 people that I've allowed here on the homestead. Initially, they came in, it was all good and everything was fine. But then something happened. Their heads started spinning and it caused complete chaos. But this last person that I allowed here caused so much problems here. And just the energy, just their vibe was a huge problem. So finally I got that person out of here, but it was so disruptive. It was so disruptive to me that I stopped meditating. I found myself constantly being in that low vibrational, I'm going to get you. Just in that low vibrational field. Hold on just a second. Someone's at the door. Nope. Oh, he just left it on the doorstep. Thank you, Mr. UPS man. At least he didn't throw it. At least he didn't throw it. That's excellent. But I found myself just being in that low vibrational field. I was consumed with it. I'd go to bed at night thinking, I got to do something. I'm just angry all the time. This person did this and this person did that. And what in the world? And just in that low vibrational field. And I'd go to sleep like that. And the first thing I'd wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about this whole situation again. I'm like, whoa. So I was finally able to get this person off my homestead. And in between all of this, my daughter injured her back here. And she injured her back. What else happened? My stove stopped working. This is peak canning season for me. And I'm busy, always canning, all the summer vegetables, and the harvest it's harvest time. And my stove goes out. I'm like, okay. All right. And then I'm sitting in our shower house, sitting on the bench, having a discussion with my son. Very comfortable. I'm sitting and my son is standing at the doorway. A voice, I'm serious, pops into my head and says, Monica, look down. So I have my legs crossed. I got to show y'all this. You can't see it, but I'm kind of doing it. I had my my left leg crossed over my right leg, sitting there, and something told me to look down. And I turned my head and I looked directly down 12 inches, maybe 13. Let's go 15 inches away from my foot is a copperhead. I am deathly afraid of snakes. And I didn't scream, I didn't scramble, and I didn't pee in my pants. I wanted to, but I just very calmly rolled my ass this direction. Stage what you call it, stage right. And just one smooth swoop, stood up and got a safe distance away from the snake. And then I look over at my son, who's still standing at the door. He doesn't realize the snake is there. And I said, Joe, back up. There's a copperhead right in front of you. Back up. And he did listen. He backed up 3 steps. And let me say this too. This is, I don't know what the symbolism is here, or was there a message here? But I sort of see this snake as a person in between me and my son. I know that this person is not good for my son. I have felt this person's energy. And it confirms everything that I felt about this person, but tolerated this person simply because this is someone that my son seemed to care very deeply for. So I just swallowed that, not said anything. Well, I did say something. Let me take that back, because he would ask me, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? And I would speak my mind to him. But this person I was very kind to, I was very helpful. I tried to be supportive, knowing in my core, this person is a snake. And I literally thought that. This person is a snake. And I find it ironic that I'm sitting there with this snake so close to me, and equally as close to my son. Anyway, I told my son, I said, back up. There's a copperhead. And then all of a sudden, he gets this macho look on his face. And I'm like, no, Joe. No, Joe, no. And I said it several times. And he even said, Mom, I know what I'm doing. And I said, no, Joe. And there he comes. Foot up to crush the head of that snake. And he nailed him. However, you do not go to a snake fight in a flip-flop. That's what happened. He went down on the snake, as he's done many times before, getting rid of, small copperheads on the property. He would just stomp them. But you wear your boots, leather boots for that, not a flip-flop. And the snake was able to wiggle its way. He did pin the snake, but because he was in flip-flops, it wiggled and pried itself loose and popped over the edge of the shoe and nailed him with one fang. And he kicked it off my direction, my direction, and it flew into the corner there, and I zipped past it the other way to get away from the snake. And in that short a period of time, my son was saying, I think it got me. I think it got me. I think it got me, Mom. And then all of a sudden he let out this scream, guys. I have never seen my son in that much pain, to where he was on the concrete screaming in agony. And this is from one fang of a small copperhead. The copperhead was maybe about, it was a juvenile, a small one. I don't, I have never seen him in that much pain. I don't ever want to get bit by copperhead. And if y'all live in copperhead country, this is the time of year right now with the baby copperheads. They're I think they've already hatched, but they're just like little babies, and they're just everywhere, hiding in little cracks and crevices and in between rocks and places where you normally would not see them. So kind of pay attention if you live in copperhead areas. Because you don't want to get bit anyway. So we had that situation with my son being in that much pain. But what was fantastic is when he got bit, one of our neighbors that was bit last year by a copperhead, I called him, and Robert came running with his herbal natural remedy pack of some, I think, bentonite clay and ash and charcoal and all kinds of weird, what we would call weird stuff. Someone's at my door. Hang on. I'm doing a live right now. You need me right now? Okay. All right. Anyway, I got to get off right now, guys. I'll have to come back in a little bit. This is sort of it's continuing. We'll come back with my list. I'm telling you. Bye, y'all. I got to go.